Hi guys, it's Yogi here. Here are the solutions to Year 9, Set 1. We have a picture as such, and we need to find the value of k, k being the one in blue. What we're going to do is firstly figure out how many degrees are in this shape. It has 4 sides. So it's a standard quadrilateral. That means that there are 360 degrees. So I'm going to start with 360 and take away this angle, and this angle. A quick way to do that is to add these 3 angles together. So I can do 78 plus 62 and carry the 1 and then add 123. Okay, and I get 263. So I then do 360 minus 263 and cannot do 0 minus 3, so I need to borrow and borrow again. And I should get k equals 97. Okay, question 2. The second question, we need to graph a length versus time graph. You should know that time is always, or almost always, along this axis. And that means that length must go along here. Okay. The other thing, if you have a look at those numbers don't go up by an even amount each time. You see the gap between 0.25 and 1 is 0.75, and then the gap between 1 and 4 is 3, and then between 4 and 9 is 5. It's an uneven amount, so it's not going to be a straight line. So you should be able to cross out the straight line straight away. In fact, if we know that time goes along here, and length goes along here, then automatically we should only have one answer left because it can't be a straight line either. So the only solution is A. And the graph should go something like this. This is a parabola, and you'll learn more about this later. Okay, question 3. For me to expand this bracket, I need to do 3 times 2n, and then 3 times plus 4. So firstly, 3 times 2n, that is 6n. Oops, it's easy. 6n. And 3 times plus 4, we know that is plus 12. And that's okay. It turns out that none of the expanded forms, so A, B, and D, are equivalent to this. Let's just check if C is equivalent. We have 2 times 3n plus 6. Same process. We're going to do 2 times 3n and then 2 times plus 6. 2 times 3n is 6n. 2 times plus 6 is 12. And you can see that they are indeed the same. So the answer is C. Okay, the next question asks us about stem and leaf plots. This is question 4. Before we can find the median, we need to know what all of these numbers mean. If I take this number, for example, in a stem and leaf diagram, that number is equal to 12. You get the 1 from the stem and the 2 from the leaf. Okay? So if I was to take this number, it would be 23, where I get the 2 from the stem and the 3 from the leaf. Okay, now that we know what a stem and leaf diagram is, we need to know what the median is. The median is just the middle number. So I'm going to rewrite all these numbers. So that's 7, that's 8, and so on, as, sorry, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to find the middle number. So I cross out the first number and the last number, second number and the second last number, third number, third last, fourth number, fourth last, and I find that this is the middle number. Now, we know that that is 12, so 12 is the median. Okay, our next question is 35 over 15. The first thing we should do here is we should simplify. We need to find a number that goes into 35 and a number that goes into 15. One such number is 5, so I can do 35 divided by 5 and 15 divided by 5. 35 divided by 5 is 7. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Okay, so I've got 7 divided by 3. So how many 3's go into 7? 2. And my remainder is 1. Okay, so the answer is 2 1/3. Moving on to question 6. This question requires use of our estimation skills. It's quite straightforward, really. We know that this angle is bigger than a straight line. So if I was to extend this to a straight line, you can see that our angle is bigger than that. So it cannot be A or B. It cannot be 40 or 140 degrees because that is less than a straight line. We also know that 340 is very close to a complete revolution. So an example of 340 may be something like that. Okay? If our shape went all the way around to there. It doesn't go that far. So we could probably, get rid of 340 as well. So the most reasonable answer is 240 degrees. Okay? Okay, moving on to question 7. We need to know that 3 to the power of 5 is 3 times itself 5 times. Okay? So you know what 3 times 3 is? That's 9. Okay, and we know what 9 times 9 is. And so all of that gives us our answer of 243. Okay, so we know 3 to the power of 5 equals 243. We now need to know what does 5 to the power of 3 equal. Well, that is 5 times itself 3 times. And we know that that is 25 times 5, which, if we work out, will be 125. So we know 3 to the power of 5 equals 243, and we know 5 to the power of 3 equals 125, so we can work out 3 to the power of 5 minus 5 to the power of 3, because that should just be 243 minus 125. Okay, and if we work that out, which hopefully you can all do by now, 3 minus 5 we can't do, so we borrow. 13 minus 5 is 8. 3 minus 2 is 1, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So our answer is 118. The next question, question 8, looks a little bit like this. This is given to us that it's a rectangle. In a rectangle, we know that the opposite sides are equal. So if the top side is 2p minus 5, the bottom side must also be 2p minus 5. If the left-hand side is p plus 2, the right-hand side must also be p plus 2. Okay, the next bit of information I'm given is that the perimeter is equal to 90. So if I take this, which is one side, and this, and this, and this, that's all the sides, and I add them together, that should give me the perimeter. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I've just written here, you can see that I've got one side here, one side here, one side here, and one side here, and I've just added them all together. Okay, so I need to collect my like terms, so I collect my p's. I've got 2p, I've got another p, I've got another 2p, and I've got another p. So altogether that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 p's. And then I'm going to add my whole numbers together, and you can see I've got a minus 5 there, a plus 2, another minus 5, a plus 2, so that is minus 6. And once I get that, that is equal to 90. So this is the equation that I need to solve here to figure out p. So that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, so here's my equation. I need to do the opposite to get rid of the minus 6. I will plus 6 to both sides. And then I get 6p is equal to 96. Need to do the opposite of multiply by 6, which is divide by 6. And I get my answer, 96 divided by 6, which is 16. Okay, and that's it. This is the first video that I've made, guys. I hope you find it very useful. Let me know in class what you think, and I'll make more for you guys.